Hello, I'm Linda Rodriguez, Curator of Education for the Art Museum of South Texas. I'm here today in front of our 11th annual Christmas Tree Forest, a Reading Wonderland, sponsored by HEB, the Junior League of Corpus Christi, and the Art Museum of South Texas. 20 area schools have come together to choose an award-winning book to decorate their tree. First we have Alma and How She Got Her Name, decorated by Skidmore-Tynan High School Art Club under the direction of Raymond Chaney. This book by Juana Martinez Nial is a book about a little girl who wonders how she got all of her names. In the Mexican culture, it's common to have several names from both sides of the family. Our next tree is Brown Girl Dreaming by Jacqueline Woodson, decorated by the School of Science and Technology Middle and High Schools under the direction of Brandy Rogers. This book was inspired by author Jacqueline Woodson and her childhood growing up in New York City and South Carolina, and tells about her experience growing up as an African-American child during the Jim Crow and Civil Rights movement. Here is The Cat in the Hat Tree by Dr. Seuss, decorated by the Dr. M.L. Garza Gonzalez Charter School under the direction of Kavita Bhakta. And this is a classic children's favorite of the Cat in the Hat and the havoc that he plays with poor Dick and Sally on a rainy day when they're stuck inside. Here's Clifford the Big Red Dog by Norman Bridwell, decorated by John F. Kennedy Elementary School under the direction of Karen Bowles. Imagine having a dog bigger than a house. This original story has sparked the imaginations of young readers for generations. Here is Coco by Carroll High School National Art Honor Society under the direction of Monique Sherrick. This is the story of Miguel, who dreams of being an accomplished musician like his idol, Ernesto de la Cruz. He finds himself in the stunning and colorful land of the dead following a mysterious chain of events. Dona Floyd is the story by Pat Mora, illustrated by Raul Colon, decorated by T.G. Allen Elementary School under the direction of Elizabeth Maldonado. Dona Floyd is a giant lady who lives in a tiny village in the American Southwest, and she goes on many adventures, including using tortillas for giant rafts with the children of the village. Frog and Toad Are Friends by Arnold Lobo, decorated by Barnes Elementary School under the direction of Nora Verdeen. From writing letters to going swimming, telling stories to finding lost buttons, Frog and Toad are always there for each other, just as best friends should be. Here we have The Gruffalo by Julia Donaldson, illustrated by Alex Scheffler, decorated by Moody High School Senior Council under the direction of Melody Navarro. The Gruffalo is the imaginative story of a made-up creature in the woods and his adventures with Mouse. Herald and the Purple Crayon by Crockett Johnson has been decorated by R.A. Hall Elementary School of Beeville under the direction of Felicia Goodman. One evening, Harold decides to go for a walk in the moonlight. Armed with only his purple crayon, young Harold draws himself a landscape full of wonder and excitement. Here we have The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien, illustrated by Jemima Catlin. Collegiate High School decorated the tree under the direction of Giulia Valenti Tontini. This is the story of Bilbo Baggins and his company of dwarves and the wizard Gandalf as they venture to the dragon Smaug the Magnificent. How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss has been decorated by Sam Houston Student Council under the direction of Zonia Lopez. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. This is the heartwarming story about the effects of the Christmas spirit who will grow even the coldest and smallest of hearts. The 101 Dalmatians by Dodie Smith and illustrated by Alex T. Smith was decorated by the Arts After School program at the Garcia Arts and Education Center under the direction of Eugene Solis. Cruella de Vil is enough to frighten the spots off a Dalmatian puppy, so when she steals a whole family of them, the puppy's parents, Pongo and Missus, lose no time in mounting a daring rescue mission. James and the Giant Peach was written by Roald Dahl and illustrated by Quentin Blake. Metro E Elementary School decorated the tree under the direction of Nicole Kinzerski. After James Henry Trotter's parents are tragically eaten by a rhinoceros, he goes to live with his two horrible aunts. Life there isn't any fun until James accidentally drops some magic crystals by the old peach tree and strange things start to happen. Jumanji by Chris von Allsburg was decorated by the Gap Co-op Homeschool Organization of South Texas under the direction of April Clark. The game under the tree looked like 100 others Peter and Judy had at home, but they were bored and restless and looking for something interesting to do, and thought they'd give Jumanji a try. Little did they know they were about to be plunged into the most exciting and bizarre adventure of their lives. The Legend of the Poinsettia by Tommy DePaula was decorated by King High School Student Council under the direction of Velia Zamora. This Mexican legend tells how the poinsettia came to be through the little girl's unselfish gift to the Christ child. Award-winning author and illustrator, DePaula's glorious paintings capture not only the brilliant colors of Mexico and its art, but the excitement of the children preparing for Christmas. Llama, Llama, Red Pajama by Anna Dudney was decorated by Galvan Elementary School Robotics Club under the direction of Lorena Soto. Llama, 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 red pajama waiting for his mama. Mama isn't coming yet. Baby llama starts to fret. In this infectious rhyming read-aloud, Baby Llama turns bedtime into an all-out llama drama. The Rainbow Fish by Marcus Pfister was decorated by the Corpus Christi 4-H Club under the direction of Nikita Perez. Eye-catching foil stamping, glittering on every page, offers instant child appeal, but it is the universal message at the heart of this simple story about a beautiful fish who learns to make friends by sharing his most prized possessions that gives this book its lasting value. Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak, decorated by W.B. Ray High School under the direction of Ana Aguilar. When Max dresses in his wolf suit and causes havoc in the house, his mother sends him to bed. From there, Max sets sail to an island inhabited by the wild things, who name him king and share a wild rumpus with him. But then from far away across the world, Max smells good things to eat. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum, decorated by Cathy Middle School Art Club under the direction of Manuel Sines. Follow the adventures of young Dorothy Gale and her dog Toto as their Kansas house is swept away by a cyclone and they find themselves in a strange land called Oz. Here she meets Munchkins and joins the Scarecrow, Tin Woodman, and the Cowardly Lion on an unforgettable journey to the Emerald City, where lives the all-powerful Wizard of Oz. Thank you for joining me on this virtual tour of the Christmas tree forest. Don't forget to scan the QR code to vote digitally for your favorite tree. The exhibit ends on December 16th, upon which time the trees will be donated to families in need through the Antonio E. Garcia Arts and Education Center.